Good morning, guys. Thanks so much for joining me for class today. Happy holidays and hope everyone is doing well. We're going to do a nice, just 30-minute, relaxing, more stretch-based class today. So you will need 1 to 2 blocks and a strap. If you don't have either of those at home, there's plenty of things to use around the house. You can use a larger textbook or kind of like leather-bound book. Or a box of a similar shape, and if you don't have a strap, you can use a resistance band or a normal necktie works really well also. So we're going to get into the hips, the shoulders, trying to hit a little bit of everything in the next 30 minutes to help you feel a little bit more grounded during this kind of crazy time of year that's typically crazy anyways and is extra crazy this year. So hoping that you guys enjoy this nice class. We want to focus as we're doing these stretches on breathing really deeply. It's going to help our body and our brain shift into a place of relaxation and allow our muscles to release that much more. So I hope you guys enjoy. Go ahead and start in a seated position. I'm going to use my blocks to sit on my block like this with my knees tucked underneath. If that's a lot for your knees starting right off, you can do this just seated cross-legged, okay? So either way is totally fine. On an inhale, reach your arms up to the sky and point your sternum, your chest, and lift up towards the sky. Kind of arch your spine and gaze up. Exhale, round your spine, chin towards your chest, and try to internally rotate your shoulders. So your shoulders will roll in, my hands will roll out, and I'm really rounding the back. So we're going to do a few like that. I'll turn to the side so you can see. Inhale, arms up, palms in, thumbs back, chest lifts. Exhale, round your spine, shoulders roll forward, hands go out, and come into a little ball. Do a few more like that with our breath. Inhale, lift, thumbs back, really trying to open through the shoulders and the chest. Exhale, round forward, rotate those shoulders. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. Come back to the center. Sit up nice and tall. However you're seating. Inhale, arms wide. Pull your shoulder blades back so your chest can expand. Exhale, cross your arms over top of each other like you're giving yourself a big hug and bring your chin down towards your arms. We'll do a few like that, just like before. Inhale, open, arms back, shoulders back, chest open. You can gaze up again if you'd like. Exhale, opposite arm on top, round forward. Inhale, open, chest is open, shoulder blades squeeze. Exhale, opposite arm on top. Reach like you're trying to reach your fingers to the middle of your back, behind you. Last one, inhale, open. Exhale, opposite arm on top, close. Give yourself a big hug. Good, and we'll come up. All right, I'm gonna move my block out from underneath me. This next one will feel best if you're able to tuck your legs, but if you're not, you can still do this seated, okay? So I'm gonna take my hips, shift them to the left so that my right, like the bone of your butt, that point will be touching your left heel, and your left hip will be touching the mat. Left hand down and right arm over. Actually, other way, sorry. Right hand down, left arm over. There we go, there's the stretch we want. So right hand is reaching away, left arm is reaching over. And because we've shifted the hips to the left, we're able to get a nice stretch into the side of the body. Top part of that left hip, you can let your right ear relax towards your right shoulder. Take one more deep breath. So if you're doing this seated, you just take a nice side bend here, okay? Take one more deep breath. And we'll switch sides. So if you're cross-legged, just switch to the other side. If you're kneeling like me, you can take your hips, shift them to the right. So my left butt bone, that bottom hip bone, is sitting on my right heel, and my right hip is on the mat. Left fingertips reach away, and right arm up and over. Again, let your left ear relax toward your left shoulder. Reach through your right fingers. Try to keep pushing down through your right hip. So you get this big opening, good one for the spine. Good. One more deep breath. And we'll come back to the center. Come around into a tabletop position, so hands and knees. We'll start with just some normal cat-cows. On inhale, drop your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades together, let your belly spill down, and lift your hips up as you gaze ahead. So I like to think about making a U shape with my spine here. Exhale, push through your fingers, round your spine, arch your back, bring your chin towards your chest, and actively push into your hands. Let's do 3 more like that with our breath. Inhale, cow pose, that U shape. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Make sure you're pulling them away from your ears. Exhale, cat pose, arch your spine, chin to chest, push through your hands. 2 more. Inhale, cow pose, that U shape. Exhale, cat pose, that arched shape. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to do a little variation of this flow and this pose by taking our arms forward. So we're in more of an extended position. We're going to do that same thing we just did with our spine, but now we're going to feel it a bit more in our lats and under our shoulders and arms. On an inhale, melt your chest down, keep your hips lifted. So again, thinking kind of that U shape with the spine, the arms are just extended. And then exhale, round your spine, push your chest up towards the ceiling as you try to push your shoulders or your armpits down to the mat. So we'll do that again. Inhale, chest down, hips are lifted, forehead or chin can be on the mat. Exhale, arch your spine like you're kind of hollowing out your body. Push through your palms. Good, we'll do that once more. Inhale, down, let the chest melt. This is a nice one for the low back as well. Exhale, push through your hands, arch your spine. Hollow out the body. Try to use your core a little bit here as well. Good. We'll come back to the center. Inhale, reach your right arm forward. Exhale, take it out to the side. Rotate the palm up and reach for your left shoulder. So inhale, reach it forward. You're making like a big half, almost like a full circle, three-quarter circle there. So inhale, reach it forward. Thumb is up at the top. Exhale, bring it around. Palm will rotate up as you reach for your left shoulder. So we'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, forward. Exhale, around. Reach for your left shoulder. Inhale, forward. Exhale, around. Try to touch that left shoulder. So other side. Left hand is, or right hand rather, is down. Left hand is forward. Inhale. Exhale, bring it around. Tap right shoulder. Inhale, circle it forward, thumb up. Exhale, around. And tap right shoulder. Inhale, forward. Exhale, around. And tap. Last one. Inhale, forward. Exhale, around. And tap. That's a really good one for those shoulders. I'm going to turn towards you guys. We're going to stay in this tabletop position. Take our right foot out to the right and just position your toes so you can get your whole foot on the ground. Just begin to rock forward and back. So we're gonna feel an opening along the groin and the inner thigh. And this is a good one to warm up the wrists as well. We know if we've been working on the computer a lot, the wrists need some extra attention. So shifting this weight forward and back over the wrists is a really good one to stretch and strengthen those wrist and forearm muscles too. So keep rocking back and forth. This is a gentle hip opener. Good stretch here. And we want to hold it at our deepest stretch point. You can come onto your forearms now if you'd like. And then if you want extra, you can twist your chest to the left. So a little spinal twist. And that will deepen that stretch on the right thigh as well. Then just breathe. Come back to the center. Bring that right leg in. And we'll do the other side. Left leg out to the left. Toes are down. Whole foot is down. Up on our hands to start. And rock back and forth. Shifting that weight forward into the hands. And back to deepen the stretch. So a few more like that. Keep breathing. On your next exhale, we'll hold that deepest stretch we can find here comfortably. Come down onto your forearms if you would like. And then if you want to deepen it even more, take your chest and twist the chest to the right. So I'm up on my right fingertips to kind of help support that twist. Take one more deep breath. Good. Bring it back to the center. We're in our tabletop position. Let's take 1 foot forward at a time to come to standing. We're going to move through just a nice, gentle, stretchy sun salutation now. Spread your toes. Make sure your feet are about hip width. Push your arms out and up. Mountain pose. Bring your fingers to touch. Reach up actively to the sky. Exhale, right hand down to the outside of your right thigh and side bend over to the right. So left fingers over to the right. Inhale, come up. Left hand down, right arm up and over to the left. Big side bend and stretch there. Inhale, back to the center, both hands high. Exhale, arms wide, hips back, bend your knees, forward fold. So I'm bending my knees here so much that I can get my belly to touch my thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. Try to lengthen your legs a bit to start to open up the hamstrings and the back of the legs. Think about a nice long spine. Exhale, bend your knees so you can plant your palms on the ground. 1 foot back at a time to a plank. So top of a push-up. Drop your knees. Slowly, using your core and your arm muscles, come to your belly on the ground. Take your fingertips off the sides of the mat with your elbows pointing up. Tops of the feet are on the ground. Inhale, we're going to push through our fingertips to lift our chest up. So nice extension through the spine. Good stretch for the abdomen. That can be a really tight area for us because we're typically hunched forward. So we're trying to undo some of that muscular normalcy there. Exhale, bring it down to the belly. Hands line up under your shoulders, tuck your toes. Push yourself to your knees. And begin to lift your hips up and back into a downward dog. So if this is too much for your wrists or hands, you can always do puppy pose with the knees down. So we're going to start in our downward dog. We're not going to think about doing the most perfect downward dog today. We're going to really bend our knees and focus on our shoulders first here. So the knees and legs are really relaxed. Push into your hands and just try to press your chest almost down to the ground. We want to feel this big opening in the upper and middle back and underneath the shoulders. Take one more deep breath. I know that's a lot on the arms. And then begin to shift a bit forward. Take some of that pressure out of the shoulders. And now we'll focus on the legs. So just start to pedal your feet. So walk your heels down one at a time. So we'll alternate. One heel lifts, the other presses down. And we want to get in a position where as we've shifted our weight and we push that heel down, that we get a big stretch in the calf. So we're going to do one more to each side. Good. And then shift forward, drop your knees. Inhale, come up on your knees. Step your right foot forward. Untuck your left toes. Squeeze the left glute just a little bit. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Take a nice deep breath. On our exhale, bring the arms to a field goal shape. So elbows are parallel, are even with our shoulders, and the elbows are at a 90-degree angle. Inhale. Exhale, we're just going to start to turn through our ribs. So the hips stay stable, and we're just rotating through the upper and middle spine. So this lower portion stays still to give us some stability. And we want to feel the rib cage twisting along that central axis of the spine. Take one more deep breath. I love this one. This gets really tight for me. Exhale, bring your left hand to the ground. You could also use your block or whatever you have nearby for some extra space if you need. Left hand to block or ground. Right arm to the sky. Just relax your left ear to your left shoulder. Take one more deep breath. Exhale, bring that right hand down. Your hands a little in front of your right foot, up onto your fingertips. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee, and step your left foot forward. Inhale, arms out and up to mountain pose. Exhale, right hand down, side bend to the left, or the right rather. Left hand is up and over. Inhale up to center. Exhale, left hand down, right arm over, side bending to the left. Inhale, back up to center, reach through those fingers. Exhale, arms wide, hips back, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. We're going to go back and forth through halfway lift and forward fold a few times. You can make this a little harder if you would like by holding onto your ankles or onto your toes. If that's too much, you can just hold up on your thighs somewhere. So I'm going to hold my toes here. I'm going to bend my knees a lot. Try to keep my belly touching my thighs, and then lift up. Bend my knees, belly to thighs, so almost like a squat halfway lift. Exhale, lift the hips, try to keep that connection belly to thighs. So you can hold up here as well, if that's a lot. You can hold here, bend the knees, exhale, and straighten. Do that 2 more times. That's a big hamstring stretch. Bend and straighten. Last one, bend and straighten. Good. Bend the knees, place the palms down, step 1 foot back at a time for our plank. Drop your knees, slowly come to your belly. Same thing as before, fingertips off the sides of the mat with the elbows up, tops of the feet down. Inhale, lift, push through those fingers, extend through the spine. Little squeeze of your glutes to keep your low back long and strong. Exhale, come down. Place the palms underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes, push to your knees. Again, either stay in puppy pose or lift to downward dog. This time we're just holding nice downward dog. If you want, bend the knees a bit. You can shift your heels side to side a few times. Heels and hips will drop to one side and then the other. It's a nice lat and side body stretch. Good. Come back to the center. Exhale and downward dog. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, drop your knees. Inhale, stand tall on your knees. Step your left foot forward. Inhale, arms reach up. Top of your right foot is on the ground. Take a deep breath here. Pull the belly in so you get a little stretch along the front of that right hip. Exhale, bringing, arms to a field goal shape. Inhale, exhale, start to rotate through the torso. Nice deep breaths. Keeping the hips and low back stable. Core is lightly engaged. One more breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, right hand to the block or to the mat. Inhale, left arm high. Hold here. Release your right ear towards your right shoulder and actively reach your left fingers away from you. One more deep breath. And exhale, bring it down. All right, from here, we're gonna bring our left foot back, sit down onto our hip or our bottom. I'm gonna face you for this one so you can see the alignment. You can keep facing the front of your mat if you would like. We're gonna do what's called a double pigeon or a 90-90. This is gonna be a really great stretch for the hips. So first I'm gonna take my left knee in front of me and it's gonna be at a 90-degree angle. So you can see coming straight up from the hip, 90-degree angle. Right leg is coming straight out this way from my hip. So not forward and not behind me. It's coming straight out from my hip and that knee is also in a 90-degree angle. Sit up nice and tall. We're gonna turn our chest to face this front left knee and then start to just hinge forward over that. We're gonna go inhale, lift, push through your fingers. Exhale, hinge forward over that hip. So we'll do a few more like that. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Let's do one more. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. This time we're going to hold it down. You can come to your forearms if you would like. Take a nice deep breath. Good. Inhale. Come up back onto your fingertips. Take one just twist to the left. So where you're twisting your chest over towards the left side of your mat. Good. And then we're going to do the opposite of that. Twist to the right so your chest is facing your right thigh. And that you might feel like a stretch across the top portion of that right hip and thigh. Take one more deep breath. Good. Back to the center, and we're going to switch sides. So right leg will come forward, left leg will come out. So same thing, 90-degree angle in the front leg, 90-degree angle in that side leg. Sit up nice and tall. Try to use your glutes or your butt muscles if you need to get some extra stability. Turn your chest towards your right knee. Exhale, come forward. So I'm up on my fingertips for some support. Inhale, lift. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. This time we'll hold it. Then come to your forearms. Relax your head and neck. Deep breaths into your belly. Come up nice and slow. Inhale. Take a twist to the right, so you're turning your chest over to the outside of your right thigh and hip. You can use left hand on right knee for some anchoring. Good, and then we'll twist to the left. So our chest will face, hands can come behind you for that one. Chest towards that left thigh. Take one more deep breath. Good. All right, let's check our time. Great, we have just enough time here. So we're gonna grab our strap or a necktie or a resistance band. Either of those will work as well. Come on to your back. Both feet down with your knees up. Bring your right knee in towards you. Place the band or tie or strap around your right foot. I go for the ball of the foot as opposed to the arch. That gives me a little bit more just surface to push the foot into for a deeper active stretch. Right foot to the sky. Extend your left leg long. Bring your right foot and just line it up so your foot is in line with your left leg. So it's just a little tiny bit coming over to the left. Then we're just gonna bend and straighten that knee a few times. Okay, so kind of getting into some bristly hamstring fascia and connective tissue. So do a few of those. This is a good one for the low back, and then obviously continuing to work on just flexibility in the back of the legs in general. One more bend and straighten, and then just hold it there and just try to get that deepest, kind of most intense nerve and like not painful, but intense stretch that you can find. Good. Come back to the center. Bend the right knee and remove the strap. Right foot down. Left knee comes in, strap or whatever you're using around the ball of the left foot. Left leg to the sky. Straighten the right leg forward. Bring the left foot a little bit over to the right to line up with that right leg. And bend and straighten that left knee. Taking some deep breaths here. Trying to let the shoulders relax and the spine and hips stay nice and neutral. Do 2 more. Bend, straighten. Last one, bend, straighten and hold it. And again, just kind of pull the leg into the deepest stretch that feels good. Not like you're gonna pull something, but where you're getting a lot of sensation. One more deep breath. Good. Bend the knee. Remove whatever prop you're using. Bring both knees in towards your chest and just give yourself a nice big squeeze. We're gonna rock forward and back so you can come up to a seat. Sit up nice and tall. Bring your hands to your heart. We're going to just skip Shavasana today just for time, but feel free once I end the video or right now, even as I'm speaking, to just lie down on your back and take a nice restorative pose to end. Take time to focus on your breathing and just to let your body relax and let all of that movement and stretching that we did kind of settle into the body. Because we did a little bit of deeper stretching today, make sure that you drink lots of water. Added benefits if you want to throw in some lemon or fruit to kind of give your drink a little extra nutrition. I hope you guys are all doing well, and thank you guys so much for joining me for class today. It's been an honor to teach you and to move with you. Namaste.